Hi everyone. So in one of the question paper, I saw that they are asking questions on clock. So it was asked in chemical and civil, I guess. So they asked the question on clock. So this becomes an important topic because in aptitude, the trend follows. Actually, whatever is asked in shift 1, 2, 3, 4, that can be same thing can be asked in 5, 6, 7, 8. So the trend follows in aptitude most of the time. So yeah, clock becomes a very important topic for EC electrical and CS students. So that's why I am dealing this topic here. So yeah, in this complete lecture, you will get to know every single thing that is required for understanding clock. Every single question you will be able to answer, and we will see all the questions that has been asked in the gate. Right? So let's start from the beginning. So this is the question in front of you. Find the angle between minute end and hour end at 4:10 p.m. Now you don't know any formula. You know nothing about clocks. So how you would have solved this question? You would have simply made a clock. It's 4:10, right? So this is 12, this is 6, this is 3, this is 9, this somewhere would be 4, this somewhere, this is 1, and this somewhere would be 2. So this is our center. 4:10, this is our hour end, and this will be our minute end. And you need to find this angle or this angle as well, depending on the options. You will have the options in aptitude. You will never see any NAT, so you will have the option. So depending on the option, you will get to know whether they are asking angle lesser than 180 or greater than 180. So you will get to know that. So we are finding this angle now. Okay, tell me one thing. This is your clock, and this is your hour end, which is at 12 now. So tell me one thing, if this hour end clears the complete circle, if this hour end clears the complete circle, for how much time it is running? 12 hours, right? It is starting from here. Let's assume it is starting from 0. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So if it has covered the complete circle, that means it has covered 12 hours. That means 12 hours for hour end. For hour end. For hour end. We are talking about 4 hour end. 12 hours is equivalent to 360 degree, and 1 hour is equivalent to 30 degree, right? 12 hours is equivalent to 360 degree and 1 hour is equivalent to 30 degree. Now it has covered till 4. It has covered till 4. That means 4 hours are equivalent to how much time? 120 degree. That means at least 120 it has covered. But is that correct? Let's assume my timing is 4 p.m. My timing is 4 p.m. If it is 4 p.m., where will be my hour end? Hour end will be somewhere here. Right? Where will my minute end? Minute end will be somewhere here. If my timing is 4:10, that means this hour end will have also moved. Right? This hour end will have also moved. And this minute end would have been somewhere here. So this hour end would have been somewhere below 4. Right? Not exactly at 4. Somewhere below 4. It would have been somewhere below 4, right? Because 4:10 it is, so this hour end would have moved a bit, right? It would have moved a bit. So in 1 hour it moves for 30 degree. That means in 60 minutes it moves for 30 degree only. That means what I am saying, this is my 4, this is my 5. My hour end was at 4 p.m. My hour end was here. At 5 p.m. my hour end would be here, and at 5 p.m. my hour end would be here, right? 4 p.m. it was here, 5 p.m. it will be here. That means it had moved this much of angle, and this angle is 30 degree, because in 1 hour we move 30 degree. That means in 60 minutes it moves 30 degree. That means in 1 minute it moves 1 by 2 degree. That means in 10 minutes it would have moved 5 degree. That means basically you are at 410. So what do I mean to say is that it has moved 120 degree plus 5 degree. Are you getting my point? In 10 minutes, in 4 hours, it has moved 120 degree. In 4 hours it has moved 120 degree. In 10 minutes it would have moved another 5 degree. That means at 4 p.m. it would have moved for 120 degree. From here 120 degree. But at after 10 more minutes it would have moved for more 5 degree. So from here to here 125 degree. Are you getting my point? So basically what is happening, this is your clock, this was your 12, this is your 3, this would have been your 4. So let's assume this was the reference we were taking and this is our center. This was the reference we were taking. From here the time is 4:10, right? The time is 4:10. So our hand has moved for 125 degree. Our hand has moved for 125 degree because 120 plus 5 degree, 125 degree. This is what we are talking about, only our end. We did not talk about minute end. We are talking about our end, right? Now let's talk about, this is our end. Let's talk about minute end now. For minute end now. For minute end. What will be the case for minute end? Tell me, in 60 minutes, how much angle the minute hand covers? In 60 minutes. In 60 minutes, the minute hand covers all the complete circle. The minute hand, not the hour hand. In 60 minutes, minute hand covers the complete circle, right? So for minute hand, 60 minutes is equivalent to 360 degree. 1 minute is equivalent to 60 degree. Sorry, 6 degree. 10 minutes would have been equal to 60 degree, right? So 10 minutes would have been equal to 60 degrees. So basically, what would be the case for your minute hand? So your minute hand, this was for hour hand, this is for minute hand. This is your 12, this will be your 3, this will be your 1, this will be your 2. We are taking this as a reference. We are starting from here. This is our reference, this is our center, right? So at 10 minutes, it would have moved for 60 degree. This is your minute end. What about hour end? Hour end has moved for, let's assume this is 4. So hour end has moved for how much degree? 125 degree. So tell me, what is the angle? Angle between them. Angle between them would be 125 minus 60. That means angle would be 65 degree. That's the answer. That's it. Are you able to understand? What did we do? First we study about hour end. They are asking about minute end and hour end. So we are studying about hour end first. We got to know that in 12 hours it would cover 360 degrees. So in 4 hours it would have covered 120 degree. But there are 10 minutes as well. So in minutes as well it would have moved a bit, right? It would have moved a bit. So in 60 minutes it is moving 30 degree. So in 10 minutes it is moving 5 degree. So 120 degree plus 5 degree. So it is moving 125 degree. Then we studied about minute end. In minute end we got to know that in 60 minutes it covers a complete circle. So in 60 minutes it covers 360 degree. So in 10 minutes it would have covered 60 degree. So from that vertical line, minute hand has covered 60 degree and hour hand has covered 125 degree. So 125 minus 60, 65 is your answer. So this is one method. The other method is just remember the formula. I don't prefer remembering the formula, but for solving the problems quickly in the examination, you can remember this one formula. What do we mean by that? Let's assume they are asking angle between minute hand and hour hand at 420. At 420, this is what they are asking. Let's assume. Or not 420. Let's take the example of whatever we took here, 410. 410. Okay. Let's take the example of 410 only. So the angle would be mod 30h minus 11 by 2m. So 4:10 p.m. they are asking. So h will be your 4 and m will be your 10. So the angle would be 30 into 4 minus 11 by 2 into 10. So it would be mod of 120 minus 55. 120 minus 55, it would be 65 degree. So the angle theta would have been 65 degree. That's the answer. Or you can do by this as well. And here also you are getting the answer. Now let's assume they are asking for 450 degree. 450, not 450. I just need to take a negative value. So 450, if I do 220, 4, yeah, okay. So they are asking for 4:40 p.m. Okay, for 4:40 p.m. So what would be the angle? Mode of 30h minus 11 by 2 m. So 120 minus 220. So the angle would be 100 degree, right? Angle would be 100 degree, and the other angle would have been 260 degree. One angle would have been 100 degree, the other angle would have been 260 degree. Well and good, right? Let's move on to the next concept. Now the next question is, this kind of question was asked in GATE 2023 as well and GATE 2024 as well in chemical question paper, and last year it was asked in mechanical question paper. So same kind of question was asked, and I saw solutions were also wrong for this. So I will give you the correct solution. How many times minute and second hand, how many times minute hand and second hand collides between 4:05 p.m. to 4:55 p.m. Minute and second. This is what they are asking. Minute and second. This is 0. This is 5 minutes. This is 10 minutes. Okay. Let me make it correctly only. This will be 15 minutes. This will be 30 minutes. This will be 45 minutes. And this will be 0 or 60 minutes. Well and good. This will be 5 minutes. This will be 10 minutes. And here we would have 55 minutes. This would be 50 minutes. We are talking about 4:05. 4:05. We don't need to think about the hour end. We only need to think about the minute end and second end. So forget about the hour end. So 5 minutes. If we are talking about 5 minutes, tell me how the second end and hour and minute end would look like. Minute hand would have been here at 5 minutes. This would be your minute hand. What about the second hand? Second hand would have been right here. Okay, I did not make it center. This will be the center. So minute hand would have been somewhere here, and second hand would have been somewhere here. This would have been second hand. Second hand would have been clearly at 12. This will be your 12, right? This is your second hand, and this is your second hand. This is your minute hand. This we are talking about 5 minutes. That means we are at 4:05 p.m. 4:05 p.m. Now what will happen? This second hand will start moving. Second hand will start moving. After some time, after 5 seconds, where will you find this second hand? After 5 seconds, where will you find this second hand? Tell me. This second hand. After 5 seconds. In 60 seconds, it will cover the complete circle, right? After nearly 5 seconds, where would you find it? At this. After 5 seconds, it will be at this. What about minute hand? Minute hand would have moved very slightly. Minute hand would have been in between 5 to 6. Very slightly from 5. Because in 60 seconds, minute hand would move this much of angle. We are not getting the complexity of angle here. That's why I am not dealing with the angles. Because it would just make the problem complex. We just know that in the complete circle of second hand, the minute hand would have moved just a bit, and now the second hand just have moved for 5 seconds only. So minute hand would have moved just a bit. So at around nearly around 4:55, that means 5 minutes and nearly around 5 seconds, the minute hand and second hand will collide, right? Collides second hand. Are you getting this point? At 4:05, this was the 5 minute and this was the second hand. This was the minute hand, this was the second hand, right? This was the minute hand and this was the second hand. Now the second hand starts moving. It is moving. The minute hand would have moved a little bit, a very little bit. So nearly around 4:05 or 4:55 or nearly around 4:56. You can say nearly around 4:56. The both would collide, right? Now what will happen? The minute hand would remain here only, and this second hand would pass. It would pass. It would cover the complete circle. Now, if the second hand has covered the complete circle, that means what will happen? Now this minute hand would come to 6 minutes. minute hand would come to 6 minutes, and this second hand would have been somewhere here. This would have been the second hand, and this would have been the minute hand. So in a complete circle, the second hand has covered 60 seconds. This is the scene now. We are at 6 minutes and this is at 12. Now what will happen? It will again move. So again, nearly at 467 you can say, or 466 also you can say, minute hand will collide second hand. Are you getting my point? It is at 46. So this is my minute hand. This is my minute hand. Are you seeing this way? This way. This is my minute hand and this is my second hand. So now second hand is moving. The minute hand is at 6 only. It is moving slightly, and just as it comes, it will collide. And minute hand would have slightly gone too little far, from 6 to 7. The minute hand is trying to go near to 7. So it would have moved very little, very little. So basically, it would collide at nearly at 467. Now what will happen? Now this second hand will cover the complete circle, and it will reach to the second hand will cover the complete circle, and it will reach to 12 again. So now our minute hand is somewhere here, and this is my second hand. So now the timing is 477. So after some time again it will start running, second hand will start running, and it will again collide with the minute hand. The time would have been somewhere near around 478. So minute hand again collides second hand, right? So tell me one thing. Next it will collide at 48, nearly 9. So tell me, between 452, between I am asking, to 48, between, how many times it has collided? Between, not after. So 452, 48, 1, 2, 3, 3 times, right? So simply if you subtract this from this, you are getting your answer. 8 minus 5 is 3. If I had asked between 452, 47, between 452, 47, how much time it has collided? Here and here. Between, because this will not be counted now. This will not be counted, right? Why this will not be counted? Because it is away from 7. So 2 times. So tell me, what will be your answer? Between 4:05 p.m. to 4:55 p.m. How much time it would have collided? 50 times. The answer would have been 50 times. Someone was giving 51 times and someone was giving 49 times, but I am pretty sure, 100% sure, the answer is 50 times. Okay, so it would collide only 50 times. Now where we would less 1, that you will get to know in the next question. Did you understand this question? I hope you have understand this question clearly, right? In every minute it is colliding. In every minute it is colliding, so 50 times. Let's see this question now. How many times minute hand and second hand coincides or collides between 4:05 p.m. to 5:05 p.m. 4:05 to 5:05. This is the question now. Okay. Pause the video and solve it on your own, then see the answer. Solve it on your own and then see the answer. I hope you have solved it on your own. The answer is 59 times, not 60. 59 times. Why so? From 4:05 we will start. So we know that at 4:55, nearly 4:55 or 4:56. Same, nearly 4:67, nearly. Then it would go on, 4:58, nearly 58. Okay, not 58. Let's not go till that. 4:57, nearly 57 or 58. 4:58, nearly 58 or 59. Right? Now your timing is 4:59. Okay, this is the 60-minute part. This is the 60-minute. This is 1 minute, and this is 59 minutes. Now the timing is 59 minutes. So if it is 59 minutes, this is 58 minutes. Okay. So let's assume the timing is 58 minutes. The timing is 58 minutes. That means this will be your minute and 58 minutes. This will be your minute and this will be your second end. Right? This will be your second end. This will be your minute and this will be your second end. Well and good. And this is at 58. So now what will happen? The second hand will move. It will move nearly 58 or 59 seconds and it will collide. Now, what will happen? We will come to 59 seconds now. We will come to 59 minutes now. So now this is my minute end and this is my second end. Now we are talking about 59 minutes. The timing is 59 minutes now. Okay. Now what will happen? The second hand will move. Move. It is moving. This minute hand would have also moved, right? It would have moved nearly here. Nearly here. Now when it strikes complete 12, that means when it strikes 5 p.m. When it strikes 5 p.m. at that time, minute hand and second hand will collide. Here what we were seeing, minute, one more second, minute, one more second, minute, one more second. What about 59? Minute, one more second. It is what? 60. And what is 60? The next hour. I am saying this thing. It will collide at 4 hours, 59 minutes and 60 seconds. That means it is colliding at 4 hours and 60 minutes. That means it is colliding at 5 p.m. Say yes or no. So 5 is coming, 6 is coming, 7 is coming, 8 is coming, 9 is coming, 12 is coming, 15 is coming, 35 is coming, 37 is coming, 58 is coming, but 59 is not coming. 59 number is missing. 58, 59 it is colliding. 59, 59 not there. Are you getting this point or not? Right? Now the next what will happen? Now second hand and minute hand is at same place. Now what will happen? The second hand will start moving. It will start moving again. Now my minute hand would come. It will start moving again. And now minute hand would come nearly around 1 minute only. When it is 1 minute, okay, wait a second. Yeah. So what I was saying, the now what is happening? The second hand has start moving, and our minute hand was at this time only. Here only our minute hand was there, right? This was our minute hand. Now second hand has start moving. So if the second hand starts moving, what will happen? The time will go from 5:01 second, 5 बज के 1 second, 5 2 seconds, 5 50 seconds, and when it is 5 60 seconds, that means the time will be 560 seconds means the time will be, the minute hand will be at 1. But till now it hasn't crossed the minute hand. It will cross the minute hand after 5:1. Are you getting this point? You will not get something like this and sometime, because what is happening, minute hand is above 0. This is our 0 or 60 minutes. Just as second hand started moving, let's assume the second hand has moved for 3 seconds only. If the second hand has moved for 3 seconds, the minute hand would have moved slightly, might be for 1 degree only, but it would have moved slightly from 0. Now it will complete the circle. If it completes the structure circle, at that time your minute hand would be at 1 minute. So now your minute hand is at 1 minute. Now again what will happen? Your minute hand is here and this is your second hand. Now what will happen? Again it would come and collide it. So at 5 minutes, 5 hours, 1 minute and some 2 seconds it will collide. Then again 5 hours, 2 minutes and some 3 seconds it will collide. Last it will collide at 5 hours, 4 minutes and some 4 seconds. The next 5 hours, 5 minutes and 5 seconds, this will not be counted. Now you have to calculate how much time they have collided. How can you calculate that? Look, every number is coming. 1 is coming, yes. 2 is coming. 3 will also come, right? 5, 3, 3. 3 will also come. 4 will also come. 5 is also coming. 6 is also coming. 57 is coming. 58 is coming. And directly 0 is coming. So from 1 to 58, how many numbers are there? From 1 to 58. If you are counting from 1 to 58, 1, 2, 3. If you are counting from 1 to 3, 3 numbers are there. If you are counting from 1 to 58, that means 58 numbers are there. Plus 1. That means 59 times. So in an hour, the minute hand and second hand collides 59 times. In 2 hours, it will collide for 118 times, not 119 times. In 2 hours, it will collide for 118 times. In 3 hours, it will collide for 59 into 3. Are you getting my point? So in 1 hour, minute hand and second hand collides for 59 times. Did you understand this or not? I hope you are understanding. So in 1 hour, minute hand and second hand coincides for 59 times. Again in 2 hour, minute hand and second hand coincides for 118 times. And believe me, this concept is explained nowhere. You will never find it in YouTube or in any textbook. This is just I thought of it, and they can ask these kind of questions. Because why I am saying so? Because these kind of questions are asked. Angle between minute and hour end is 0 degree or when they coincide. So these kind of questions are asked. So they can ask between minute and second hand as well, right? So in 2 hours, it collides for 118 times. In n hours, not in n hours, I should not write. In 12 hours, it would collide for 59 into 12 times. Well and good. Let's move on to the next problem. For how many times in 12 hours, the angle between minute and hour end is 0? The angle between minute and hour end is 0. That means they are coinciding, right? The angle between two things is 0. That means they are coinciding, right? This is your minute end. This is your hour end. Angle is 0. That means they are coinciding. So they can write anything. The angle is 0 or they are coinciding. And same question for 24 hours. So tell me, if you guys know, in 12 hours, how many times they coincide? In 12 hours. Because most of the guys already remember it. In 12 hours, how many times they coincide? Tell. 11 times. And in 24 hours, they coincide 22 times. Now, why so? Let's start. Tell me one thing. At 12 p.m., they would have been coinciding, right? At 12 p.m. 12 p.m. or 12 a.m., whatever you can say. At 12 a.m., they would have been coinciding. This is one. So, minute hand would have been here, hour hand would have been here, second hand would have also been here. So, minute, hour, second hand, all would have been here only, right? At 12 a.m. Now it will start moving. Now, when it will coincide next? It will coincide at something, right? Are you understanding my point? It will coincide at 1 hour and something minute. Look, the formula, what was the formula? Formula between minute and hour end was, the angle between minute and hour end was 30h by 11 by 12. Now you need this to be 0 degree. 30h minus 11 by 2m. So basically your 30h should be equals to 11 by 2m. So I am asking you a question that 1 and some minute the angle will be 0. What will be that minute? The angle between minute and hour end would be 0 at 1 something minute. 1 hour and something minute. So you need to find that minute. What you would do? 30 into 1, 11 by 2m. So m value you are getting is 60 by 11. That is nearly 5. 60 by 11. Nearly 5. Nearly 5. Nearly 5 minutes. So basically at 1:05 they will collide. 1:05 they will collide. What about the same question goes for 2 something? The angle will be 0. So what you would do? 30 into 2, 11 by 2m. So m would be nearly double of 5, you can say. 56 minutes it would be. So m would nearly be 120 by 11. 120 by 11. Yeah, nearly 11 it is. So at 211 next. Next, after every 65 minutes it will collide. Nearly after every 65 minutes. So next would be 316. Next would be 4, add 5 in this, 21. Next would be 5, add 5 in this, 26. Next would be 6, 31. Next would be 7, 36. Next would be 8, 41. Next would be 9, 46. Next would be 10, 51. Next would be, something is wrong. I need to recheck. Yeah, so here you nearly add 2 minutes. At here you nearly need to add 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, 5 or 6 minutes. Like from 1 to 2:11 we are coming. So 11 minutes gap should be here. So it should be 22. Here it should be 33. Here it should be 44. Like that. This is what I am saying. Then 5 minutes more here, it would make it 38. And similarly, it would make it 27. So nearly 65 minutes it is. 65 to 66 minutes. So after every 65 to 60 minutes, the minute end and hour end collides. So this would be 44, then this would have been 44 plus 49, and this would have been 10:55. And after 10:55, directly at 12. And after 12, directly at 15. So this is what happens. 15, 211, 316, 422. So nearly 65 to 65, 60 minutes. Let's assume if I had assumed 10:55, what would be my next answer? 11:56. And one thing I know, at 12 it will certainly strike. At 12 it will certainly collide. So what do you think? Is it possible? At 11:56 it is colliding, and at 12 also it is colliding. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. Right? So this is not possible. That's why the last time it will collide at 10:55 and directly at 12. And you can put the value of, like, let's assume I'm asking at 11, this is the question, at 11 something it will collide, find the value of m. So what you would do? 30 into 11 you would put, 11 by 2 m you would put. 11 to 11 cancelled, m would be 60. That means it will collide at directly at 1160, and 1160 is 12 only. So it will directly collide at 12 only. And now if I am asking at 12 something, tell me the answer. This is the question I am asking. At 12 something it will collide. So tell me the value of m this time. Tell me the value of m. What you would do? 30 into 12, 11 by 2 m. So what will be the value of m? Let me calculate. Yeah, so it is nearly coming 65. That means 1265, which is 15 only. Right? So this is what we wrote. At 15 it is colliding. Are you able to understand? So between 11 to 1, it is colliding only once. Between 11 to 1, it is colliding only once. And the same thing was happening in the minute hand and second hand. Between 59 to 1, it was colliding only once. So in this circle, in this arc, this is the most dangerous arc. Dangerous arc. It is the most dangerous arc. In this one, they collide only once, right in the middle, right? So the same thing is happening here. That's why one less. So in 12 hours, 11 times, and in 24 hours, 22 times. So you have to remember it. Always remember it. Okay. In 12 hours, 11 times. In 24 hours, 22 times. So this was the reason. They were the numbers. We can write between 11 to 1 minute and hour end collides or coincides only once at 12. Well and good, right? So you have to remember the answer. This is the answer. Now we will not derive all these things. So till now what we have covered? Let's revise till now what we have covered. So this one formula, without formula we can also solve. One formula we have learned, that is 30h minus 11 by 2m. So if you remember this formula, any angle you can find between minute hand and hour hand. Then we studied about collide of minute hand and second hand. So they coincide in every minute, but between 59 to 60, between 59 to 1, between 59 to 1 minute they collide only once. So in 60 minutes, okay, this was the question not for 60 minutes, this was the question only for 50 minutes. So from 45 to 455 they will collide 50 times simply by subtracting. But if they had asked from 45 to 55, that means they are asking for a gap of 60 minutes. That means in 60 minutes they collide 59 times. So in 60 minutes they collide 59 times. In 12 hours they would have collided for 59 into 12. If they had asked between 45 to 57, tell me what would be the answer. How many times the minute hand and second hand collides between 4:05 am to 5:07 am? Tell me what will be the answer. 61, right? Because between 4:05 to 5:05 it would have collided for 59 times. Then between 5:05 to 5:07 it would have collided for 2 times. So 59 plus 2, 61 will be the answer, right? So they can ask you these kind of questions, and I am expecting these kind of question would come. And then we studied about in 12 hours the angle between minute hand and hour hand is 0 or they are coinciding. That is in 12 hours it is 11 times, and it is in 24 hours it is 22 times. Why so? Because there is a gap of 65 minutes, not 60 minutes. Well and good. Now the same thing, angle between minute hand and hour hand is 180 degree or they are opposite. They are opposite. When minute hand and hour hand would be opposite? When the angle is 180 degree. This will be hour hand and this will be minute hand. So the angle is 180 degree. That means they are opposite, right? So how many times in a day? You can remember it. 11 times, same as 0 degree, 11 times. And 24 hours, it would be 22 times, same as 0 degree. Okay, we need to remember this. What about any other angle than 180 degree or 90 degree? Any other angle than 180 degree or 90 degree. For example, they can ask 60 degree, 120 degree, 90 degree. How they will ask the question? They will say that in 12 hours, in 12 hours of time, how many times minute hand and hour hand makes an angle of 60 degree? In 12 hours of time, for how many times minute hand and hour hand makes an angle of 60 degrees? What would be your answer? Your answer would be 22 times. Why it is doubled? 22 times. And here your answer would have been 44 times. Why is it doubled? Any other angle than 0 degree or 180 degree. This is, here is your hour hand and here is your minute hand. What is the time? 3 o'clock, right? What is the angle? 90 degree. Now what will happen? This minute hand will start moving. This hour hand will also move and this minute hand will also move. So there will be some time. This minute hand would have been somewhere here and hour hand would have been somewhere here. And again it would have make an angle of 90 degree. So every angle is made twice. So in 12 hours it would have been 22 times and in 24 hours it would have been 44 times. Well and good. 22 times and 44 times. So basically what is happening here is that in every hour they are colliding twice. In every hour they are colliding twice except between 11 to 1. 11 to 1, between 11 to 1 they are coinciding only twice. Between 1 to 2 they are coinciding twice. Between 2 to 3 they are coinciding what I mean to say, between 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. twice, between 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. twice, between 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. twice, and between 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. 1 a.m. not I should say 1 a.m. Yeah, or you can say 1 p.m. again twice. In gap of 2 hours, only twice. Getting my point? Right? And not dot will not come here. So in gap of 2 hours, they are only colliding twice. And for the rest of the part, in 1 hour, they are colliding twice. So here it would be 22 times, and in 24 hours it would be simply doubled 44 times. Well and good. Now this is the question: for how many times in 12 hours minute end and hour end makes a straight line? In how many times in 12 hours minute end and hour end makes a straight line? Try doing it on your own, and just now pause the video and write the answer in the comment section. Just write the answer in the comment section. I will tell the solution, but write the answer in the comment section. If you have written the answer, I will check it and I will get to know that you have studied seriously and you have understood the concept. So just pause the video and write down the answer, then check the next part. Okay. So I hope you have written the answer. So the answer would be how many times they make the straight lines in 12 hours. So in 12 hours, they would make it for 22 times. And in 24 hours, they would make it for 44 times. How is it so? Why is it so? In 12 hours, they are making it for 22 times. Why is it so? Because what do you mean by straight line? Straight line means 0 degree or 180 degree. Both are acceptable. 0 degree or 180 degree. Both are acceptable. Right? If the angle is 0 degree, that means both are coinciding. This is the angle 0 degree. And this is the angle 180 degree. So both are acceptable. 180 and 0. So both angles are acceptable. That's why 22 times. Because in 12 hours, 180 degree is made 11 times and 0 degree is made 11 times. So in 12 hours, 0 degree and 180 degree would be made for 22 times. Right? Are you getting this point? In 12 hours, 0 degree is made for 11 times and 180 degree is made for another 11 times. So what will happen? First it would make 0 degree, then after some time it would make 180 degree. So in 1 hour only it would make it twice, and between 11 to 1 also it would make it twice only, not 4 times, only twice. So here twice, and for rest of the times twice. So basically 22, and in 24 hours what would happen? One circle and one more circle. So 22 double of 22, that would be 44. Got my point? So I hope you have understood the complete concept in this 45 minutes. There can be no other questions from the clock. This is all. This is what they can ask. So I hope the complete concept is clear and you will be able to solve every single question that they ask. Right? Okay then. If you found the video helpful, please do share it with your friends and don't forget to like the video. Okay. Thank you.